What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Neo Scavenger, which is going to be a little bit of a reboot in all honesty because Sony Vegas decided to eat up the last couple episodes and utterly destroy them. I tried to recover it, but it seems to be related to some temporary file that Vegas failed to create, even though it's supposed to do that in an automated sense. So here we are. I apologize. Our other character died of sepsis like 5 minutes into the episode, so it wasn't going to go too far anyways. It's just really disappointing for me because I really hate it when things like this happen, especially when I can't control them. Like, it just drives me nuts. We're going to do another range build and see if we can get that to work out. Range builds by far tend to be very, very end-game viable, but not very viable in the early game. It can be incredibly frustrating to play as an early game range character. It's all RNG. It all comes down to the outdoor temperature when you start and a couple of other factors. There's nothing you can do about this, so just don't even get mad about it because, it's essentially, you can't fix it at all. There's nothing you can do to fix it. I'm going to take Myopia so that I can take Athletic, I think, because that works into a range build pretty well. Let's get riding. I'm not going to dive out the window. We'll use Botany right here to get rid of the enemy. We will find out about our bank account, and then we will climb out the window. Not bailing. The outdoor temperature is bad, but not too bad. It's survivable, I think. It'll depend what drops on these first couple scavenging runs. Start right there. We got nothing from the storage sheds. That one's locked, so it's not going to be of any use to us. Should also check the ground for anything useful just in case. We got some metal shards. We'll take those. I'm sorry, some glass shards. I know the difference between metallic and clear. I can tell you the difference. Ooh, good. The temperature's dropping. We stepped in a rotten floorboard. The roof collapsed on us. And then we found a bunch of stuff. And so I'd say, all in all, not a terrible exchange. Could be a lot worse. We have hydrocodone, which is a plus. We don't have any way to carry all this stuff with us, so we'll have to figure that out in just a minute. However, I'll probably shred a lot of this anyways. We're going to take the pants right there. I'm going to put the other shirt on over. Did I already have two shirts on? Oh, I did. So we have a 35% and a 64%. I'll take that right there. We've got gummy bears and a ton of rocks. We got a bunch of French-made blinkies. So that's good. That might work out. We've got a lot of ketchup right here, too. So what we'll want to do, let's take a second and we'll shred some of this so that it'll actually be useful to us. So there it is. We've shredded that. We don't have the means right now to make some of the things that we need. However, we can make one of the things that we need to survive right this second. And this is going to be a major, major part of our survival process. Without what we have right now, this sling, without this, we're not going anywhere. We're pretty much done for. I'm going to fill my pockets up to the brim with rocks. And we're not going to worry about the rest of this very much because we can't really carry it with us anyways. So there it is. We've got ourselves enough reloads to make some hurt happen if we need to. I think I'll probably throw that in there. I'll leave the stuff here for right now. We are going to be trying to see, we got a feral dog. This is exactly what I'm talking about, and this is exactly why you need the pebbles. So we're going to run from the dog real fast. We're going to start blasting away, I suppose. Behind cover and in severe pain. I'm going to wait till he comes out. There's no point shooting at him if he stays behind cover. He might advance behind cover, which is always kind of an issue. I think we should probably kill him, but I'll let it go for right now just because we kind of have other things to worry about. The outdoor temperature is good enough at the moment to where we're probably not going to die horrifically. We might be able to work our way through here. We're looking good compared to other playthroughs. I wish that mobile homes were not... Oh, good. Never mind. I love mobile homes. I've never said anything bad about mobile homes in my entire life. So we got some hollow point pistol rounds right there. We got a left-footed field boot that's almost 100%. That's not too terrible. Got ourselves some assorted small parts. I'm going to take a minute to turn those into lockpicks, even though I'm not sure where I'm going to put them on my person. I don't know. We'll use our human pocket if we have to. Throw that in there. Okay, and so now our loot chances have gone up considerably. Looking a bit better. Looking a bit better. These starts are always very, very rough for a ranged character. Like, seriously, don't get mad if you die as a ranged character. There's not much you can do about it. Like, it's one of those things that it's... You kind of just let it happen, you know? This guy over here has a compound bow with a strap. He's bleeding. I'm going to take cover just in case he shoots at me. He's advancing and he's not shooting. So I'm going to assume he actually doesn't have anything right now. He's coughing blood right now. Let's get him. He's in severe pain. Yep, he's handled. We got him. So, he's got himself a compound bow with strap. Obviously, we will be more... Oh, he had arrows and he didn't use them? Why? Like, he seriously could have let us have it right there. That could have been horrible for us. I hope this isn't human meat. Is this human meat? It's hard to tell sometimes. This is a very, very honest question in the apocalypse. Every now and again, one of these guys... Oh, we have a long sleeve shirt. Let me get rid of that one right there. We'll put on the long sleeve shirt so that we'll survive a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we're looking pretty good right now. We've got a pack boot. Unfortunately, he didn't really have anything for us. I suppose I'll eat that right now, even though it's going to hurt our thirst. It'll keep our hunger up in the first place. But yeah, that's a human being down. We got ourselves a bow now, which is pretty sweet. All this stuff is still on the ground. We need to find ourselves a backpack. If we can't find a backpack, then... or some kind of, like, receptacle for us to put stuff in. No useful items. Okay. Well, I'll just assume nobody's going to pick that stuff up. That's probably a terrible plan, but it's all I can do for right now. We can use our lockpicks right here. Nothing found. We can probably use our lockpicks right here. No. Found a little something. We got ourselves what looks like a copperbook laptop. If I open it, does it function? Okay, so it doesn't have enough charges. I don't know if it's worth bringing that along with me. I mean, I guess I could put the shards in there, and we could throw that into our other hand. And we could use it to store some objects. Probably not advised in the owner's manual, keeping random stuff inside of your copperbook, but it might work out. I don't know, keep some string up in there. Oh, we can't put string in there. Okay. Never mind then. I think we should be fairly survivable at this point. I'm feeling pretty good about our prospects. We're a little thirsty at the moment. That's not too bad, though. Considering the problems we might have, I can accept this one. Let's look for Zomzoms for right now. I find that Zomzoms might be one of the better locations for us to scavenge right after spawning. There it is. So we found Zomzoms. We'll probably want to pick through here a little bit, see if we can find anything useful. We got a tarp, and that's actually fairly major. Not going to do much for us right now, but we can keep it in this plastic bag for just a moment because everyone will know that I enjoy making myself makeshift sacks. And so that is what we will do. And no, I don't mean makeshift sacks like Lisa plays in The Simpsons. I mean just, you know, a makeshift sack. We don't go like, whack, 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 whack. We aren't going to be playing any sexy tunes right now to seal the deal on a date. Although it might be helpful. I don't know. Seduction seems like it might be a legitimate strategy for this game. That's what they need to add to the game. Seduction. Costs 2 points and you're just really good at getting your sex on. Spreading those wild oats. I think that would be hilarious, actually. How many situations can we just, like, bang our way out of? It would make me laugh. Okay, so there's the string we required. We'll throw this in here. We're well on our way, aside from anything terrible happening, we're well on our way to a good start right now. And so, I don't think there's too much for us to worry about given our current position. I'll close that. And then we're carrying around a lot of pebbles, but I'll get rid of this little stack right here, and we'll take one of the big stacks. There we go. And so now that we've got this stuff, I did want to talk about the possibility of creating our own arrows. We do have a longbow with us, or a composite bow. You would be surprised. A composite bow can really, really hurt somebody. Like, seriously, a composite bow is basically the next step down from a firearm. Composite bows are super gangster. If you don't know what a composite bow is, it just uses like a series of levies. It does not have levies. We don't actually... I can see New Orleans getting nervous right now. No, what you have with a compound bow is you have a series of essentially just pulleys. I was mixing up levers and pulleys for some reason, so I said levies. I don't know why. I got halfway through, and that's what happened. We probably want to bring a lot of these shards along, because being able to create yourself a decent supply... Actually, we'll sort through this right now. It tends to be the better plan for the really, really good glass. So that one's a keeper. Not a keeper. Actually, most of this is pretty worn out, so most of this is not going to be helpful to us. We want glass that's actually stronger. Can I break this bottle any further? I don't think that I can. Let's just keep moving. We've got storage space, which is one of our early principal concerns, is just finding receptacles, finding warmth, basically getting ourselves set up with all the basic things we need in order to survive the game. And we're off and running right now. We're definitely off and running. If you're wondering why I'm keeping newspapers right now, it has a point. It's so I can make arrows later on. And that was not a pun for arrows, because arrows are obviously... We're weak with thirst. Well, that's lame. Maybe I should handle that then. Let's go find ourselves... I'm just going to drink bad water. Typically, this doesn't backfire on you in the early game. It might, but worst case scenario is you get gastroenteritis, which makes you just like have diarrhea for a little while. It's not too bad. As long as it's not me, it's not too bad. Got some scopes over here. We got a scope with a strap, a 96% scope with a strap that's going to help us offset our low angle or our low view range. Nothing else, though. I mean, that one's worth money, so I guess I'll bring it along. We might be able to trade it for something at Zomzoms. We'll go ahead and stop right here. I may actually use Zomzoms as an opportunity right now, just like get it out of the way before we start the game off, just in case anything goes wrong. Floorboard. Okay, so the floorboard busted. How we... Oh, we're in bad shape. Hold on, let's go back over here. There was clothing, right? Okay, so let's wait a turn. I need to actually rip these clothes up so that we have bandages, because while we're not weak and frail right now, bandages are useful, and we should probably be carrying some of them with us, or at least making some attempt to treat some of these wounds. I mean, there's really no point with some of these, but we'll try. On this side, minor bruising. Okay. Well, we got band-aids now. It looks like there's some blue jeans we could rip up too. I don't know how I missed those. There it goes. Tear those up right this second. Throw those into our inventory for a later, and let's hit the road. Let's hit the road, Jack. Or Jill, or whatever your name is. I don't see anything coming at us, which largely makes me think that it's not aware of us either. I'm nervous about the prospects of just like staying here overnight while there's so clearly somebody wandering around. But then again, zomzoms right now. I would like to do zomzoms, and you'll forgive me. I'm going to adjust the gain. Oh, never mind. The gain's already been adjusted. My mic stand fell over in between episodes, and it's put me in like this weird situation where I feel like everything's broken and not working. Let's just rest a bit then, I guess. Alright, that probably gave him enough time to get away from us. We'll rest for the remainder of the night. A little thirsty right now. I'll probably try and finish up by scavenging right now, and then we'll hit some forests and see if maybe we can get our thirst taken care of. Like back-to-back-to-back forests, and just see what we get right there. Destroyed office building. No lockpick ability occasionally. I've got yet another cut on my shoulder. We're not doing so great right now. Our character is just kind of buffoonish, to be honest. Very, very buffoonish. I'll use that so that it puts Detroit on the map. There we go. We'll put that away so that Detroit is now noted. I'll take all these newspapers since we're forest bound anyways. Well, I don't know if I should do zomzoms right now. I can't decide if this is a good plan or not. It might be. I mean, you might as well do it early when you're about to die anyways, because you'll get the box that we need in order to get into Camp Grayling. And I messed that up in one of our previous playthroughs by associating myself with the wiki a little too heavily. Somebody had put false information on the wiki, and unfortunately I followed it, and it got me into trouble. Somebody, you ever go on Wikipedia and just see like somebody put like penis in the middle of an article? I have that happen all the time now. I never noticed it before, but I read on Wikipedia all the time, and I bet there's just thousands upon millions of high school kids just randomly like editing Wikipedia and putting like random notes in there before their account gets banned. That guy's got a gun. I don't really trust that. We'll see what he does. We could die. Go to cover. And then we'll just spend some time looking for him. We're on treacherous ground right now. We should be able to locate him before he gets here, maybe. Oh, there's two of them? That's not good. He's tough and vulnerable. Let's just, like, hit him for a second. Oh, we killed the first one already. Okay, the first one's dead. Oh my god, run away then. This one's only got a spear. He's behind cover, though, which becomes concerning, so I actually probably use this opportunity. Yeah, there's a gun on the ground. Hell yeah, Deltec 1911 45. And we just happen to have 45 pistol rounds. Hell yeah. Okay, so we're good right now. Ooh, another shoe, too. All right. I don't mean to loot in the middle of combat. This is generally looked down upon. If you play MMOs, don't loot in the middle of combat. People hate that. People lose their minds about that. They'll be like, why are you looting in the middle of combat right now? And I'll be like, because I can. Because I'm bored. We do this every single day. Nothing new has happened ever. We do the same thing every day. We show up here. Oh, he's vulnerable and fallen. Now he's stunned and coughing up blood. You know what comes after. He's got a spear, though, so I'm kind of afraid of him. Alright, so he's actually, like, maxed out now. He's dead. We've killed 2 people. 2 people are now dead. That's how good at killing we are. We've done a pretty good job. I'm going to put this other patchwork hide glove on because I feel like it's a good idea. The broad spear is actually not so terrible of a plan. The broad spear is still pretty solid in the hands of a ranged character. It's still a good weapon, don't get me wrong. However, we need a crowbar. And so this leaves us at a bit of a disadvantage if we go into combat. However, yeah, we kind of need the crowbar for getting into things and like increasing our loot chances. I'm going to take a risk on it right now. How much is that? That's still, let's put this tarp in here in case that breaks later on. We also got rid of a lot of our string. I can probably rearrange this better. I'd be willing to bet I probably can. We do have the pistol. Let me put the rounds in it so that if we really get ourselves in over our heads, we can pull a gun and shoot somebody. But for right now, we're not looking too bad. I'm actually going to vacate to the forest right now. off to the forest for a couple days worth of foraging and seeing if maybe we can get ourselves some goodies. Some berries over here, so edibles. Good, 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 good. If there's one thing I know, it's that I like an edible every now and again. Let's go over here. Hopefully our thirst holds out. If we get skunked on this one, it'll suck, but there we go. Eat the remainder of those. Very nice. We're not looking so bad. I'm going to drink some bad water real fast because it worked before. Why not try again? We're actually off to a very, very good start for a ranged character. For a ranged character, the hunt for a bow and or a gun is basically paramount. We can make our own bow out here in the forest. We can make a greenwood bow. It's pretty good, actually. The greenwood bow is solid. It's not as good as the composite bow, but it's still pretty damn good as far as things go. Honestly, though, I like the sling a lot. I'm still a big fan of the sling. I find that the sling tends to surprise me every now and again with some of the things that it pulls off versus like the bow, for example. The bow is good, but I've had a number of situations in which the bow does not kill things. Like you hit them with all 5 of your arrows and they're still standing up, and then they run up on you and stab you to death with the arrows you just shot them with, like ultimate badasses. These things do happen every now and again. It becomes a major, major issue from time to time, and it makes me worried about using the bow. I don't trust it as much as I do the sling. The sling, I usually figure that even though it misses a lot more, I usually figure the sling will get the job done a little bit more effectively. On this side, this place used to be one of those indoor amusement arcades, skee-ball, prize claws, and the like. It's been transformed into a carnival of blood now, though. So many bodies here that you've lost count. Even the pinball machines are draped in them. Tags on the walls are just as prevalent. Blue frogs. The Church of the Blue Frog. This place is probably where they torture the heretics. The whole parlor is nothing but a mass grave. You notice movement. A man twitches violently as he hangs. Froggers must have strung him up minutes ago and left him to die. They could be back at any moment. Put him out of his misery. Finishing him isn't too hard, physically anyways. You climb up and give the hangman's rope a hefty jerk. Snap. Sliding back down, you leave the backward glance, stepping carefully wherever you can find bare floor. Sure, you could have cut him free, but the Froggers would have just rounded him up again. What was the point? Well, I thought he was wounded. Oh well, that's what I get for assuming. I make an ass out of me and a body out of him. On this side, we've got a decent crowbar with a strap. Honestly, I think what we'll probably do... Let's put the crowbar on the strap. We'll just put the bow in right here, and we'll get to work maybe... Oh, that's a 95% cross... Oh, yeah, crowbar. Yeah, let's do that. We've also got a saucepan, which we should probably sneak in somewhere in our kit out. Drop the gun for a second, and we'll figure out how we want to arrange things here. It doesn't like my arrangement skills. We really don't need this much string. How much durability does that have? Enough? Good. It's got enough durability to where I won't feel super guilty. Well, I might. It'll depend. What was I trying to carry with me? Oh yeah, I don't even need this copper book. We don't even have hacking. Who cares? Let's just take the gun and we'll keep smaller, more valuable stuff. I think our best choice right now is to head towards the Anishinaabe. Always feels like a decent plan to me anyways, because it's kind of like my safe zone. I just like feel better when I'm there. I think I'll probably try and loot forests along the way. Obviously we'll look for anything that's useful as we go northwards, but if our scavenging attempts go south, I won't really like feel bad about it. It's raining right now and you're thirsty. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to figure this out, amigo. And if you don't, then I'm just going to be sad about it. But yeah, you should probably, this isn't like a hard thing to rectify. It's raining. Just open your mouth and like point up in the air. It'll be fine. I realize this has backfired on you before and that you've been hurt by opening your mouth and just looking upwards, but believe me, nothing bad's going to happen to us right now.
Nothing's gonna harm you, not while I'm around.
Yeah, that don't believe me. Something terrible could... Oh, good. I strongly think that you should still get loot, even if you have a critical failure. Like, it frustrates me that we can have such a huge loot chance, and then our character just, like, falls through a floor, and it's like, whatever. Obviously, us falling through the floor makes it so that there's no loot in this building. I'll probably... Oh, it looks like we're healing pretty quickly, though, on the plus side. So we don't have to look like a mummy anymore. That makes me pretty happy. Oh, we're still bleeding right there. Let's just leave that. Is our head bleeding right now? Okay, we don't have a head wound. Well, we do have a head wound, but it's not... Oh, shit. That guy's got, like, NVGs or something. Yeah, he sees us right now rolling like a badass. He's like, nope, I don't want any. I'm out. He's pulling the same thing that I do in DayZ when I see other people and they have, like, guns and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I think I'll hang out over here. Every now and again, you get lucky and you axe murder somebody that, like, has something that you want, but... Usually it doesn't work the way you want it to. Oh good, the roof collapsed again. Our character is such a buffoon. Like really, it irritates me how dumb he is. It should be easier to loot than this. Like, how hard is it not to fall through a floorboard? Yeah, let's make a turban out of it. There we go. We'll make a turban. A turban of healing. That's the worst turban I have ever seen. Oh, we have good rags? Well, then forget you, nappy rags. Get the hell on out of here. Nobody cares about you. Nobody loves you. Nobody wants you. Nobody sees you as anything as a benefit. Just put you off to the side. Maybe spell some words with you. Can I spell words with you? Let me spell words with you. I don't know if we have enough. I was going to spell poo, but... Or maybe just make a P. Anyways, clean rags. There we go. That'll be a little bit better. Wow, we are bleeding from a lot of various areas. That's not good. That is concerning. Maybe I should, like, bandage this up for now. Either way, clean rags are pretty swell. I feel good about it. How come I'm not bringing water with me? I feel like I've had, like, some kind of fundamental, like, breakdown here. Where I should be bringing water or doing something. I'll bring the nasty rags with me. That sounds like the worst, like, most awful ragtime band ever. We're the nasty rags, and we gonna play a tune for you. The nasty rags.
Whack, whack,
Let's see here. We've got a stick. Everybody loves sticks. Let's see. We've got 90% shards. Actually, what I could do right here is we could make our life a little bit easier by ripping up some paper. And then we could go to our known recipes. And I'm willing to bet that if we make crude broadhead arrows or crude piercing arrows, how do I do that one? That seems okay. What, do we not have the stuff? I can break down an arrow, I just can't make one. What, do we not have sticks? There's a stick right there. What are you talking about? Sometimes the arrow recipe gets confused. Oh, we don't have the string. That's what it is. I had to look at it for a second. It's going to take us a lot of string to get this done. So now we should be able to make the thing that we want. Let's go back to our, there we go, crude piercing arrows. We should be able to piece this together pretty fast. We're using the entire what are we using the bottle for? Is that all that there's gotta be, what? We've got another, what is going wrong here? Something is definitely going wrong. So, crude piercing arrow. Yes. Good job. I guess you gotta click it each time, I guess. No, I don't want a greenwood bro. I would rather just have a crude piercing arrow. As many of them as I can make. Now, be aware, creating arrows is like a time-consuming process that uses up a lot of your moves. So if you're like desperate to go do something else, don't make arrows. Like, just walk away, because arrows will use up a huge allotment of the stuff you need to get done. Additionally, arrows break pretty quickly, so you're gonna find yourself like constantly remaking new arrows, which means you can churn through some turns pretty fast. You can feel the burn as you churn through turns. Yeah. In the land of Nern? I don't know. I just wanted to bring Nern into it somehow. How often do you get to rhyme Nern with anything? Not very often would be the answer to that question. Is it nighttime? I hope it's not nighttime. It's getting closer, but we need to scavenge up some more foodles right now. Some foodles for our kitten caboodles. There we go. Water will do, actually. Water will do just fine. Fine, just fine, because that means I don't have trapping. I should have made a fire already if I was gonna. We don't have a lighter.
There is no lighter inside of our inventory.
Oh, good. There's a dog. I'm gonna run. The dog is frail. That sucks for him, because this isn't gonna go well. And he picked up the bow! That would be all bad. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna wait, and we're gonna try and get rid of him with the slung pebble. We're outside of range right now, so we just gotta chill and wait for him to get closer. If the pebbles don't work, then we'll start worrying about other things. He's frail, so he should be fairly easy to knock out. It shouldn't be a big problem, he said, as he started to run out of ammo and the dog got closer and closer. There we go. The dog's coughing blood. It's not in good shape. It's vulnerable. It's trying to run away now, but we're not letting it. We're going to make it die. It attacked us first, which means that it must be destroyed. It must be. There's no exception to this rule. We will close with him now, so that he may not flee the battlefield like the doggy coward that he is. And so the dog was slain. Dead again, dead again. So we'll take a second right now, and we will... How come there's nothing there? It is. That's what I was looking for. I was like, there's nothing on the ground right now, and I'm very, very confused about it, and I wish that there would be. Of all the things that I know right now, there should be something on the ground right this second. We've got some fur, we've got some meat, but there's not much we can do with it for the time being. I think I'll probably... Actually, yeah, if we go to the forest, I don't really have any room to do this right now. But... I might be able to sneak a stick in. Let me see here. Well, maybe not. I know what I can do, though. Oh, that's not going to work either. I can't make a friction fire because I don't have trapping. Alright, whatever. We're just going to hang out right here, and if it's rotten in the morning, it's rotten in the morning, and that's that. Oh, good. Take cover, just in case. It was just somebody walking by. I'm okay with that. As long as they're not trying to murder me in my sleep, I'm usually pretty happy. Why am I waking up so much? This is weird. Alright, get up. Oh, it's a... Okay, it's him. It's one of them. He's not going to bother us. Is the food rotten yet? It's got to be getting close, though, right? Yeah. So do we have sunlight as a crafting material at the moment? Not yet. Well, what I can do is maybe make a fire over here. The player is thirsty. That's unfortunate because the player is going to have to drink bad water. Doesn't that taste good? No, it doesn't. It tastes like stick. That's exactly what it tastes like. Stick. Dirty stick. You know what? Why am I messing with this dog when I don't even need to? Let's just leave. Let's just get stuff done right now. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me. Speaking of getting things done, it's time for the episode to end. Oh, good. We got black mold in our nose. That's fun. I'll see y'all later. Hi, everybody.